Almost everything in ClickUp can be templated to quickly reuse an established template. So the main things you can template are lists, folders, spaces, as well as views, docs, and tasks. But there are a few other specific ones as well. So for example, if you have a set of tasks that you do for every project, you might save that as a list and create a new one each time you have a new client. Or if you have a task template, you may have a set of subtasks that particularly match the type of work that is, and each time you create a new task in that list, you might reuse that task template. Or if you have a doc template, it might be the outline of all the project details, so you can just fill in the blanks for each new project. To save a template, simply set up whatever it is you want the way you want it. So for example, you might set up a folder with the particular lists and tasks in it that you want, as well as the views that you want. Then we can go to the three dots beside it, go to Template Center, and save as template. Here we can give the template a name. So I'll say this is my folder template. We can add a description or tags if we want to make it easier to find and organize our templates later. We can decide who it's shared with. Maybe it's something I just want to use for myself and I don't want to clutter up everyone else's templates, so I might just save it for only me. You can share it publicly with people outside of ClickUp. Be careful with that option. And then we can choose what is saved in this template. So for example, we could exclude views, automations, or maybe we don't want to save assignees and watchers. Or you can just save it all. We'll hit save, and then after a minute or two, our template will be ready to go. The process is the same with a task. We can go to Template Center, save as template here, or a view or a doc. In each case, the three dots, Template Center, save as a template. To use a template, we need to access the Template Center. So again, we can go to any one of these three dots, Template Center, and go Browse Templates. Here we can see the Template Center. It will show us the templates that we have saved, as well as a whole bunch that ClickUp has prepared and shared with us. These can be good to get a general idea for different use cases, although generally you'll have to tweak and adjust them to actually match your use case. So we can filter for different types of views. Let's turn them all on for a second. And we can navigate through them. We can also filter for ClickUp's ones by whether they are beginner, intermediate, or advanced. We can also search at the top or filter for different use cases and tags, which we can create ourselves, or who it was created by. If we click on any template, we can see some information about it. And we also have the option to add an image to make it easier to see and understand this template. Our description and tags are here if we want to edit them. And finally, we can delete the template or use it. And so this is how we use templates, particularly location ones, so lists, folders, and spaces. You can simply hit Use Template here. It'll give you a chance to name it, choose where you want it to be. By default, it'll be wherever you were selected when you came into the Template Center, and then what you want to import. You might not want to import all the items again, and you may want to remap the dates. So if you remap the dates, you can choose what the first date and the entire template should be, and then from there it'll keep all the same spacings, or the end date. Be aware, if you do have an archive task with an earlier start date or first date or last date, it can mess this up. So just be careful of what dates you've got in your template. For now, I'll import it as is, and then we can unarchive tasks if we wish. For using a task or doc template, it's a little bit different. Task templates can be used when we add a new task down here, and we have our template options. We can either create instantly from a template or load one and then edit it. In docs, we can either create it directly from the Template Center here. So if we go into the Template Center, browse templates, we can create a doc, and it will add it as a view to whichever location we're currently on. Or we can go into docs here, create a new doc, and then load a template into it. So here we go, three dots in the top right corner, Template Center, browse templates, and then I'll hit Quick Use to load a template in. And it's been added as extra pages. My original page is still there, it doesn't get overwritten. And lastly, if we do want to update a template, so let's say for example, let's use one. So we'll go into the Template Center here, browse templates. Let's use this test one that we just saved before. So I'll hit Use Template and I'll give it a name, Test, and Use Template. That's going to pop up in the location I was in. And maybe I want to make some changes here. So maybe I'll add a task and another task. Now I want to resave this template and overwrite the original save. So I'll go to the three dots, Template Center, then Update Existing Template. and I'll select the one I want to overwrite. Go next, again adjust all my settings and then save. I've now updated the old template to the new version. So that's how you update templates. You basically just override over the old save. And that is it for templates in ClickUp. Before you go, I've got something for you. After using ClickUp for a while, you'll find that it starts to get cluttered, hard to use, and things can start falling through the cracks, even if you set it up really well. That's nobody's fault, it just happens. Cars need checkups to keep them running smoothly, and so does your ClickUp. What I have for you is the instruction manual on how. It's called the ClickUp Checkup, and it's a checklist of the things you need to do every 1 to 3 months that will prevent a whole swath of issues that start cropping up after you've been using ClickUp for about a year or so, sometimes sooner. So with it is a training video where I go through each of the checks myself so you can see exactly how I do it and why. A PDF with the checklist and quick reference instructions, and finally a ClickUp task template so you can instantly import all that directly into your ClickUp, have it recur each month or quarter with the checklist ready to go. Click the link in the description to get it now and prevent the headache of having the clarity you wanted from ClickUp turn into confusion. I'll see you on the inside.